Hi guys, and welcome to Broadhaven.Tech. I'm joined today as always by Tim, and we're here to discuss the incoming stablecoin boom. So 2019 is going to see over 50 stablecoins either released or in development, and they're going to be pretty popular. So Tim, why are stablecoins proving so popular at the moment?
Well, I think it's for several reasons, right? One is the key is in the name; they're stable. So a lot of cryptocurrencies fluctuate wildly as people speculate on them, and the whole point of a stablecoin is to be able to peg it against a traditional medium of exchange, maybe like the US dollar, and have it always follow the US dollar around in terms of value. So if I own one DAI today and it's worth $1, tomorrow that one DAI is still going to be worth $1, and that opens up a whole set of economic use cases where I can now use this as a method of payment.
So yeah, it's good for traders. They're using it a lot to sort of dip in and out of different types of cryptocurrency in order to not return back to fiat, but like put their money into storage while they're moving between different crypto assets. And it's also potentially good for consumers, for potentially everyday adoption. So buying a coffee at your local coffee shop, you might use a stable coin rather than Bitcoin at the moment, because Bitcoin can massively fluctuate day to day.
Yeah, I think being able to shelter your investment. Let's say, for example, you're a trader and you're going to go on holiday for 2 weeks, right? Would you really want to leave it in Bitcoin and not be able to control the fluctuations or be able to buy the dip or whatever it happens to be? I mean, going into stablecoin makes a lot of sense from a trader perspective or from a retailer perspective.
So there's a few different types of stablecoin. There are those backed by fiat currency, such as US dollar. That might be like sort of things like Tether or True USD. And there are those other ones that are sort of collateralized by crypto assets. And an example of that might be something like Make or Die. So do you have a preference between these two, Tim? Do you prefer one over the other? And why wouldn't you choose something that's directly backed by the US dollar?
Yeah, I definitely prefer Make or Die over really anything else that I've seen. Historically, the US dollar has been kind of the world reserve currency, right? But the whole movement in the cryptocurrency space is to get away from the US dominated financial system. So having a cryptocurrency pegged against the US dollar, although perhaps ideal for the short term, looking longer term, maybe the US dollar is not what we want to be pegging ourselves off of. There are 7 billion people on the planet, but only 300 million or so Americans. So why are they kind of dictating what the rest of the world uses? Mm-hmm. I think the opportunity in a cryptocurrency is that you can step away and peg against something different, or maybe eventually the cryptocurrency itself becomes the thing that everyone else wants to peg against. But if the US economy is fluctuating, then that stablecoin is going to fluctuate. But if you maybe have your reserve or your stable currency collateralized with a bunch of different things, not just the US dollar, then I would say you'd have better stability because no longer are you kind of shackled to the American economy.
There's also a slight worry about having things centralized against a sort of fiat-backed currency, because then you've got to rely on someone to hold those funds or have that reserve in place, and then that central authority that's controlling those reserves can do funny things like fractional reserves and other stuff that we've seen cause problems in the traditional financial sector. So I think I'm on the same page as you. I prefer to see things not backed by fiat currency, and maybe some other interesting ways of doing that, whether it's crypto collateral or algorithmic backed stable coins. There's all sorts of interesting experiments going on. If we can see some of these other examples of stable coins that aren't backed by fiat prove to be safe and dependable in the long term, I think they will become the preferred option. So I think this experimentation should be good for everyone. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed the post, please hit like, and we'll be back soon with another video, and hit subscribe if you want to catch our next update.